Even the most grounded people can be influenced by a group of worldly people and do things they know they shouldn't do. Consider the Apostle Peter. He was a man that was very close to Jesus, but he found himself influenced twice by those who were around him. The first time was shortly before Jesus was arrested, when he swore that he would not deny Jesus even if it meant death for him. But Jesus knew better and told him that he would deny him 3 times. I think we all know what happened, but let's read it. Matthew 26, verse 69. Now Peter sat outside in the courtyard, and a servant girl came to him, saying, "You also were with Jesus of Galilee." But he denied it before them all, saying, "I do not know what you're saying." And when he had gone out to the gateway, another girl saw him and said to those who were there, "This fellow also was with Jesus of Nazareth." But again he denied with an oath, "I do not know the man." A little later, those who stood by came up and said to Peter, "Surely you also are one of them, for your speech betrays you." Then he began to curse and swear, saying, "I do not know the man." Immediately a rooster crowed, and Peter remembered the word of Jesus, who had said to him, "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times." So he went out and wept bitterly. Now this situation is slightly different, yet it has the same results. Peter didn't belong to these people there, but when he was asked if he was with Christ, he denied it. Certainly part of his motivation was to save himself, but we can also see that, he didn't want to be different than these people that were gathered there that were basically against Jesus. In order to be like them, which is seeking their approval, again, he denied that he had anything to do with Jesus. And he gave into the pack mentality instead of standing on what he told Jesus earlier. When that rooster crowed, it reminded him of what Jesus said, and then he felt horrible, and then he began to weep. Well, the same thing happens to people when they get involved with the pack and they do things they know they shouldn't. Later, they start thinking about what they did and they become very disappointed in themselves. As we think about what Peter did and everything that was going on at the time, we might think, well, all the apostles scattered, and so I can see why, he did this. And so we might try to justify it in our own minds. However, this does not make it right, because that is just following the crowd.